What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to show you guys how to make a pretty cool ramp that I saw Blackriver makes. Now these ramps are a lot of fun to make because it's like basically free, and also it's super high quality for what is compared to a wooden ramp, even though it's just cardboard and paper. So first here, as you can see what I'm doing, you just want to trace out the side of the ramp. This is going to be as the base of the ramp that's going to be super supportive, so you want to make sure that both of these sides are about the same size as you can see here. Now you're just going to cut out little slats that are going to actually act as supports for the ramp that you're going to see me. I'm going to glue them in between the two base structures. And here's you're putting them in. I'm using hot glue. It's probably the best glue. You can do it with a different glue, but I definitely recommend this one as the best glue to use. And use a good bit of it so that it stays tight, and you probably want at least 8 of the connector pieces. That will just make your ramp sturdy and so that it can last longer. So yeah, right here you see me tracing it. I'm just getting the depth so that I can go cut the other pieces for the ramp while I was waiting for the hot glue to dry. But now it's dry, I'm just putting the slats in, as you can see here. Just make sure you use enough glue that it holds for a while. And like I said, use 8 or 9 of these, and that should be sufficient to make a sturdy base for your ramp. And here's how it looks so far with the connector pieces in. I think it looks pretty cool like that. It's like the skeleton of the ramp. And then you're ready to put these on. I already measured it, but you definitely want to measure it just to make sure it's the right size you have to cut later. And here's like the Blackriver strips that you see on the side of the ramps. It makes it look super professional, and I think it looks pretty cool with my YouTube name on it. From here, you just want to glue the smooth part of the ramp on. This will definitely help. You want to use thin cardboard for this part though, other than thick cardboard, which you use for the sides and the slats to go in the middle. Make sure this is all smoothed out, but it doesn't have to be perfect because we will be putting paper on top of it to finish it off. And now just make sure it's hot glued all the way around so that it stays sturdy and none of the pieces are flapping around, because that can affect how your board slides around the ramp. And again, use a lot of glue just so it's longer lasting. And also make sure that the curve of the ramp is perfect. It might pop up a little bit if you don't use enough glue, so just make sure you use enough glue and so that the curve can be universal around the ramp. And you can use too much ramp, and that's fine. I mean, you can just cut it off, but just make sure you don't have too much on the sides because that can affect gluing it down on the ramp. And here I'm just cutting off some of the excess that I had left over on the ramp. And this is a little ledge on the one side of the ramp that I decided to put in. I saw it on the Blackriver ramp, so I just decided to do it. And it turned out pretty cool, and you can do a lot of different things with it. So here's the base of the ramp before we put the paper on it. I think it looks pretty good, and it's super sturdy. So now this part can be a little bit time consuming, but you just want to take paper that looks however you want the ramp to look. I chose it to be like a little bit like wood, but it's a little bit too orange, but that's all I had, so it works. And you just want to basically wrap the ramp in the paper, and it'll make it even smoother than cardboard, and I think it looks pretty cool. So just hot glue this down, make sure you use enough hot glue, but don't use too much on this part because it can feel bumpy if you use too much hot glue on your fingerboard. Make sure you have enough paper covering both sides. I decided not to do the side of the ramp just because it was a lot of paper, and the sides don't affect the riding on your fingerboard, so it really doesn't matter. Again, just use a little bit of glue just so it doesn't feel bumpy whenever you're riding it, and then just fold the excess over the top or over the sides or bottom or wherever you want. And now I'm going to glue the strips of paper with my YouTube on it. This makes the ramp look super professional, and I think it looks super cool, and it just adds to the whole ramp. And then I'm just going to draw a little Blackriver skull, but instead of the skull, I'm going to draw my logo on it because it also looks really cool and it makes the ramp look more professional, even though it's just cardboard. So overall, I definitely recommend making this ramp. It's pretty big, and it's a lot of fun to mess around with on a fingerboard. Here I'm using a pre-wrapped broken knuckle fingerboard, and I just had to hit a few clips with it. So yeah, here's how it turned out. If you guys enjoyed the video, please be sure to like the video. I'd greatly appreciate it, and subscribe if you enjoy my content. Also, let me know what else you guys want to see, what other ramps you want to see me build, or whatever other content you guys want to see. I can do real skateboarding, snowboarding, whatever you guys want to see, just comment and I'll do it. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.